And her opponent, appearing at Toro Cup for the 8th time, representing Revolution, BJJ Richmond. Please welcome back Adrienne Saunders.
All right.
Here we go.
Ladies high-level no-gi match. I believe Adrienne's a black belt as well. Samantha certainly won.
Yes, Samantha is not only an amazing competitor, but also she and her husband own Shell Shock BJJ. We were talking about earlier. Seminar there tomorrow is going to be great, and she always brings the energy. Man, I'm really excited to see these two ladies go after it.
She's a great instructor, too. I'll tell you that much. And this is like something, so Samantha's very much involved with one of our later athletes today, Isabella Miller. And I feel like her style and Isabella's style is very similar, and they've become training partners for that reason and many more. And I feel like some head-to-head contact from Sam would serve her well against these seated guard players. Sort of like rumble passing, I guess, but not really necessarily all the time. But just using your head more in the seated guard. Everybody see her trying to keep Adrienne out with that forehead on the forehead.
Yeah, Sam's also doing a great job of elevating the ankles, right? With a seated guard player, oftentimes that's the first attempt when you come into the guard because you want to put them in a supine position, put them flat on their back. So you'll come in and lift their ankles. But now we do see some entry into the legs here from Adrienne.
Adrienne's a great footlocker.
She's really sucking the leg in of Sam. Sam's starting to lean back. Now there might be, looked like there was some heel exposure, but Sam was actually able to bring her right leg back.
Sam's in a protected position on this straight ankle lock. Both of her legs are on the inside, but Adrienne's got hers now, and they're going for it. They're just straight up going for it. Sam's trying to clear. I know Sam's had a bevy of knee injuries. She's on a toe hold. Nice defense there by Adrienne. She puts the boot on and kicks it straight.
Yeah, sometimes in these leg entanglement positions where it's really like a double seated, you have to really watch what both people are doing closely because one attack might look deep, but it's so easy to re-enter while you're being attacked. And even if you don't finish, it can force your opponent to release and let go of the position. So we just did see a couple exchanges like that. So watch the hands of both athletes. If you guys are watching from home, that'll tell you a lot about what's going on, whether there's a toe hold that comes on or a foot lock or if there's some heel exposure. But right now they're pretty evenly place, although a little bit of a footlock action there from Adrienne. It is harder to finish those without any control or isolation of the upper thigh. You can estima, right? Like you can put the foot in the belly, and looks for a second I thought that might be what Sam was going for. She has the foot reverse a little bit.
She's definitely capable of hitting that move for sure. I've seen her go for that, but
Adrienne 50-50.
Yeah, so look how deep the knee is now. You were making the point about the hands. I think that's a great point. Also the knee line, right? Like I noticed that Samantha was being very cautious of when her knee was inside, and now you see how deep she is on this look. Her knee is her whole leg's being wrapped up by Adrienne's body.
So there's different approaches once you're in 50-50, and Sam is clearly trying to drive her knee to the ground, right? So that's one approach to defending 50-50. She's trying to bring her left knee to the floor and smash through the guard that way. There are other ways to escape it, but anything has pros and cons and risks, right? So if she does sit back and try to clear 50-50, which you can see her leaning back now, exposes the heel, so we do have a bite, but we're seeing Sam able to thread her right leg through and create some pressure, start to get some extension. So that's the danger in that sort of escape from 50-50. However, if you're confident in your heel hook defense, then you're able to clear the position altogether, and that's what happened here. So excellent work from both ladies.
Sam is moving very well today, too. She's really on.
Yeah, Adrienne, you can tell, has a lot of positional awareness. Anytime there is a slight opening or any kind of exposure, she's right on it. And those kind of people can be very scary to fight because they're very opportunistic, and you really can't afford to make any mistakes.
Absolutely. I've seen Adrienne finish enough girls to know that that's true. She's got a great arm bar. I've seen her finish many leg locks as well. And I don't know if I've ever seen a lot of extended guard play from her. But we see the right choices being made so far. Moving that high guard up higher and higher. Good clearance from Sam as she gets her posture back. Sam likes the body control, and it looks like she's going to the bicep tie a lot too. Adrienne, when the next time she moves the hands down, shouldn't she maybe like grab the wrist to stop that look from coming up and flattening her that Sam is doing? I feel like
it's really difficult, no-gi,
There it
breaking
is.
the close
Yeah.
guard because you don't have the lapels or the belt or the pants or any kind of material. So there's a couple ways to open it. And then for the bottom player as well, anytime you re-guard or open your guard to reset, you don't have the lapels or anything to break their posture. So you got to be very careful here. And any opening can create an opening for the other person. But you're seeing Sam have really strong postures, trying to keep her elbows in tight. And at the same time, you have Adrienne, anytime there is an opportunity, she kind of climbs her guard a little bit higher and follows. So there are a lot of angular adjustments happening.
Yeah, and I also didn't think about maybe either lady maybe waiting to do their next move until points came on, because we were very close to points time in that last minute or so of the full guard position. Kimura look for Adrienne as Sam attempts to pass, and it looks like she will meet her hands. She'll connect her hands. Sam's a really, really good top player.
Adrienne has control of that topside wrist. She might be able to use that to create enough space and thread her legs through.
Tried that bridging back take. We saw.
Wow, great control from Sam coming to the north-south.
Yeah, feeds through and laces the leg too, so she can't turn her hip over now. Sam having a really, really good match here so far against Adrienne Saunders from Revolution in Richmond. Passes to the mount. That's our points for Sam Schell. 7 on the board for her. Ooh, trying to wedge and frame is Saunders. I think she's using a lot now to try and bridge up into the chest with that wedge and make some space with her arms. Ooh, Sam's got the wrist now. I thought she was going to step over. She's got a good, like, mounted armbar S-mount kind of look. So we're going to see her try to isolate that elbow up and break this grip that Saunders has. Trying to, on her side is Saunders, and there's the wrist grab from Schell. Yeah, she realizes that chair sit back take is only going to make her points deficit harder to overcome, so she's going to retreat back into the mount. And now we see a punch choke look from Schell. I know their style over there at Shell Shock too. They don't like to watch the clock. I think John is going to coach her through to a finish, even if she's up by 20 points here in the last minute. I hear him right now telling her to get that arm higher and higher. Way over the hip. Look at that ride. All of that weight is on Adrienne. That is great mount play there. All of the weight is on Adrienne until the moment she starts moving her base around, and then Sam kind of uses her knees to stabilize herself. But anytime Adrienne looks for a moment of rest or respite, all the weight goes into her diaphragm.
Yeah, look how you were mentioning Sam's knees stay glued to the inside of the armpits, right? So you're right, every time Adrienne moves around, she sinks higher and higher. And I wonder if she's looking potentially for some arm triangles here, separating the elbows in the knees, more and more getting the arms above the head. But there's only 30 seconds left, so she's going to have to work fast here.
This is soul crushing for the bottom player. This is just draining your stamina bar so much, and you're just trying to survive at this point, like the beginning of Tropic Thunder. You're just surviving. 20 seconds left as she looks to crank here. She's looking for any finish she can get. I saw that S mount earlier. It looks like she's trying to get something similar now as she looks for that to control that wrist. And
very short time.
like I said, she's one of those people who's going to try to finish no matter what. And that's time as Adrienne looks to escape at the last moment.